Hey everyone, I'm Matt, and today we're diving deep into the second book of John White's epic Christian fantasy series, The Archives of Anthropos. If you're a fan of the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lord of the Rings, or Pilgrim's Progress, this one ramps up with spiritual allegory, with episodic quests, Christ-like redemption, and battles against dark sorcery. We're talking Gaal the Conqueror, where faith, sacrifice, and divine power collide. Picking up from the sword bearer, we follow young John McNabb, now in the 1930s Canada with his dad, Ian, as they visit an old friend's cabin at Black Sturgeon Lake. Things turn dark fast when the friend, Rabbi McFarland, spirals into a drunken rage, threatening his daughter Eleanor, who bolts across the icy lake in terror. Again, our author is a psychiatrist, so these books often explore the darker side of human nature. Individuals with trauma who must confront their past and move beyond it. This isn't Narnia, and we shouldn't expect it to be, despite the surface level similarities. John chases Eleanor, vanishing footprints, and bam, he gets yanked into the mystical realm of Anthropos. His mission? To rescue Eleanor from the clutches of the sinister sorcerer Shagar, trap him in his own enchanted picture frame atop the Tower of Gibura, and place sacred treasures there to seal the victory. Guided by Gaal, the ultimate Christ-like redeemer who wields authority over life and death, John teams up with quirky allies, a loyal talking dog with a white patch, a symbol of sacrificial love straight out of John 15:13, the pompous but reformed dragon pontificator who ditched the dark side, and the warrior Authentico. They carry the treasures of a glowing book, a jeweled orb, and the iron key, and John's trusty sword of Gibura, which blazes blue to expose evil and to deliver divine justice. It's not all smooth sailing. John wrestles with fear, relinquishes the martial stone, a gem of spiritual truth and discernment. He witnesses the dog's sacrifice in dragon fire, and they face Shagar's mind-bending illusions in the enchanted village that has trapped souls in deception. On the journey, our heroes, particularly John and Eleanor, face a series of mini encounters, each with a spiritual or a moral lesson for our heroes to understand as part of their growth in virtue. The stakes skyrocket when Shagar tricks Ian, revealed to be the ancient prophet Mab, into Anthropos, causing him to age rapidly and die. John's grief explodes into rage, but Gaal steps in with the resurrection power, restoring Ian and crushing despair with hope. Eleanor shines too throughout this story, growing from a frightened girl to a brave hero who's able to hang Shagar's pride-fueled frame in the tower, imprisoning the deceiver for ages. With the treasures placed in the garden room, symbolizing the world, light, access and authority, they slip back into Canada through the hole where time is no more, where Eleanor finds safety with her aunt, free from abuse. This book isn't just fantasy, it's theology wrapped in dragonfire and glowing swords. Themes explode off the page, the raw battle of good versus evil, where Shagar tricks mirrors Satan's lies. Faith and redemption through Gaal's guidance and resurrections, beauty of sacrifice and obedience, the dog's Christ-like death and John's surrendering of the stone, family protection amid brokenness, healing generational wounds, and the courage forged in adversity, turning scared kids into spiritual warriors. Symbolism runs deep, as it always does in Anthropos. Gaal as the conquering saviour, the picture frame as vanity and false promises, the martial stone as scriptures revealing light, the whole quest as a journey of sanctification, overcoming temptation and trusting in resurrection. Even the names translate to amp up the allegory. Shagar as the deceiver, Gibura as the tower of might, Marshall as parable, painting a vivid picture of spiritual warfare, self-sacrifice, and divine victory over death. Content-wise, as always, there's moderate fantasy violence, Depictions of domestic abuse and alcoholism that drive the plot, intense grief over deaths, and some scary traps that might hit hard for sensitive readers. But it's all woven into an uplifting tale of hope. In a deeper lens, it's like a dive into the psyche. John and Eleanor confronting shadows of fear and trauma, with Gaal as the self. The dog sacrifices an ego death for rebirth and the return of wholeness healed. And yet at its core is the bold Christian allegory screaming, obey the Redeemer, reject illusions, embrace sacrifice, and claim eternal triumph, even through pain. It's an Easter story, retold. And if Gaal the Conqueror has you hooked on Anthropos' spiritual depths, grab it now and see how grace conquers all. Want more breakdowns of this hidden gem series? Subscribe, like, and hit the bell so you won't miss the next one. And remember, blue light is true light. See you in Anthropos.